the page that you'll need to go to while we do our presentation. So we will be doing all of that. We're just going to introduce ourselves first, and then we are going to kind of go into what, what we're here for, what you can plan to get out of this session. My name is Angela Zanardelli Sickler, and I'm the Associate Director of the Study Skills Academy with the Academic Success Center at Wayne State. We're really, really happy to meet you and happy to see you here today. I cannot believe we have 300 participants. That's phenomenal. And
wild.
It is wild, truly. So basically, it's asking me why somebody is why they're not able to unmute their mic. I believe it's like a systematic mute if you're not a co-host. So keep in mind. And then also, somebody said hi, Angela. Hello, Victor. I'm sorry, Vitor. Sabrina dropped the link to the Get Involved that you all were requesting. So you'll see that. The attendance is taken by clicking on that link. So
hi.
I know. I just want to walk around and high five you all before we do this, but I won't. There's a link. If you scroll up a little bit, it's a huge link. That is the link that you'll click on to make sure your attendance is taken. So you don't even have to do anything once that link, you just click on it. Sabrina Khan posted that. She is the orientation leader helping with this session. She posted it again and she will keep posting it. So you just click on the link. If you haven't clicked on the link yet, take a second, click on the link. We'll snag your attendance and we'll go from there.
I am loving this chat. Someone said so many people.
Oh, you like my wallpaper? Thanks, Adam. It's my dining room. You got the best wall in the house. All right, do we just click on it and log in and you guys know we've attended? Sabrina, I believe that is correct. Sabrina, if you could drop in the chat, if that is correct, that would be really helpful. So Sabrina, drop the link again. Go ahead and click on it if you have not already. And all you need to do is click, she says. So we have a few more people in the waiting room, but it looks like we're at capacity. So you all got in. Awesome.
You all got in.
Yeah. So basically, we're going to talk today. I'm going to let Kalyn introduce herself, but we're going to talk today about how to become a more effective online learner. Obviously, we only have 45 minutes, so it's not going to be everything that you could know about online learning, but the good news is that what we are going to show you is going to allow you to access what I like to call a mega resource, just a giant amount of information that Kalyn and I actually created ourselves for you to be sure that you are becoming an impactful online learner. And these skills can translate to the classroom too. So this isn't just for online learning. We're gonna go through it with you. We're gonna do a couple breakout sessions so you'll get to meet some people and talk a little bit about your thoughts on the actual content, the information, and we'll go from there. So Kalyn, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Angela. So my name's Kalyn. I work with Angela with the Study Skills Academy, and I am a learning specialist. I want to say thank you all for being here and having your cameras on. It's so refreshing not to just see pictures or just blank spaces while we present. This is awesome, and I love what's going on in the chat. So keep it up. So to get started, I have a lovely presentation with just a few informational things that I kind of want to touch on, just to give you some helpful information on what to do after you leave this session and just a quick overview. So pretty straightforward. I'm going to switch my screen. And you all should be able to see it. So like Angela said, welcome. This is orientation part 2 success session. And our presentation will just be on how to do online learning effectively, because we know it's a pandemic going on and everything is remote now and virtual instruction will be going on. So we want to make sure we're giving you the tools that you need to be successful virtually. So this is what this session is all about. Just some pretty basic information about Wayne State. Wayne State University rests on native land. And then also Wayne State University affirms indigenous sovereignty, and also we have connection to Detroit as well. So with our native neighbors and Wayne State University as a whole, we do believe in educational equity, and we do promote a better future for all of the people that attend our university, and then all of the people that's in the surrounding community as well. So some quick things to remember. This session is being recorded. It will be available for you to play back later on towards the end of this week if you do want to revisit our presentation, just in case you just want to hear our lovely voices again or see all of these beautiful faces, but also just get the helpful information that you're seeking from today's presentation. All microphones are muted, but you are encouraged to list any questions in the chat box if you want to, or if you want to verbally express your question, just turn off your mic, or we can probably do that for you. All you have to do is just raise your hand and we can just go straight to your box and turn that off for you. This session is being live captioning or has live captioning. So if you want to follow along through that way to make it more accessible to you and fit your current needs, please turn on the closed captioning as well, because it is available. And you can find that at the bottom of your screen, or currently it may be at the top, however you have your screen displayed to you, and it will just say closed captioning with CC on it. And then please make sure to click on the attendance link in the chat box like Angela said. So you don't have to copy and paste it. All you have to do is just literally click it so that you do get marked down for attending today's session during this time frame. To get started, I am going to share the link to our Effective Online Learner Canvas course. You may have already enrolled in this Canvas course through orientation already, but if you have not, then that's perfect, because now is the chance that you will get to actually do it. And we're going to walk you through everything that you need to know about the Canvas course as well.
But before we do that, we're actually going to poll you because we have a question for you. And then Kalyn is going to drop that link that she said. So I'm going to hit, we think this is going to work. Remember, all this technology is new to everybody. So let's really hope this works. You should see a poll pop up on your screen in just a second. What I'd like you to do, give me a thumbs up if you can see the poll on your screen. No, not happening. Oh wait, maybe I should hit launch poll. Give me a thumbs up if you can see. Awesome, thank you. So, which of the following aspects of online learning concerns you the most? Choose whichever one concerns you the most. It's okay if you're like, yeah, a little from column A, a little from column B. Cool.
And it's not a rush. Feel free to take your time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just one question.
Yep.
Oh, you can't see the poll? Oh, interesting.
I wonder, did you just
got a test
join
already?
Okay.
If you can't see the poll, I'm not sure. There's no way I can get around it without hitting end polling. The link for attendance is up in the chat. Sabrina, can we get another post for the attendance link? Thank you. All right, it looks like things have slowed down. So I'm gonna end polling right now. Thank you all for your feedback. It looks like they're pretty even. So, what happens if I hit share results? Okay, there we go. So wow, it's pretty even. Everybody is interested in all four of these areas. It looks like nothing sticks out too much more, maybe the creating an efficient learning space and study schedule. So the good news is, how many of you, just by raise of hands or thumbs up, how many of you couldn't decide between like 1 or 2 or 3 or all, because holy smokes, what am I doing with my life? Yes, great. you're in the right place, because the resource that we're going to show you today is all of them. You will have resources for every single one of these 4 areas of concern at your fingertips, free, self-enroll, self-paced Canvas course, for as long as we have the Canvas course available, which I'm sure will be years. And we will constantly, part of our jobs is to maintain this Canvas course and also modify it. So we will be uploading new information. We, in our department, what we do is we research the science of learning, and then we translate that into applicable study skills for college level students. So we're doing this to make sure that you always have the most recent research and the most recent information in the science of learning as it applies to how you should study. You will see that constantly updated on this Canvas page. So I'm gonna let Kalyn go ahead and share her screen. We're gonna get started. Did you wanna put that link in there, Kalyn?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So the link that I just shared with you all is the self-enroll link. You don't necessarily have to do it right now, but you can definitely go to it at the end of the session if you wanted to, just because we're just going to do a walkthrough of the actual Canvas course, just to give you some helpful information on what it looks like and what it's about and what each module entails. So definitely save the link if you can, or just open it right now and just refer to it later on, because it may get lost in the chat since we're a very active chat.
I'm going to keep posting it too.
Oh, awesome.
So it might make sense for everybody just to go ahead. If you're not enrolled in it already, just self-enroll and then you can follow along. We just ask that you stay with the module that we're discussing so that it makes the most sense.
Okay. And Angela, did you want me to play the video that we created? Because this is definitely something that you can kind of view on your own. It's only 1 minute.
I don't think so. I think in order to make sure that we have time to go over all the modules and to make sure that they have a chance to chat with each other, just promise us that you'll watch this video that Kalyn and our colleague Veronica worked so hard on. It's a really good one.
Yes.
We leave this chat at 2:45 Simcast.
So this is the lovely video that we created that pretty much summarizes what the Effective Online Learner Canvas course is about in literally 1 minute and a few seconds. So when you do have time to log on to it today, you can view that before jumping into the modules. So when you get to the Canvas course, you're going to click on modules, and then we have all of these different lovely modules, pretty much with each topic focusing on different things geared towards your effective online learning. So the first one is where you're going to start with. It's called the basics, using Canvas, using Microsoft Teams, and using Zoom. So where to find it, how to navigate your way through it, and then also just what exactly is it? So the purpose of this module came about because we thought it would be a good idea to give you information on basically how do I get to my course Canvas virtually. So we understood that a lot of students may not have issues with submitting assignments. The issue may be, where can I find that assignment? So if you are one of those students who are not necessarily familiar with the different online platforms that Wayne State uses, this will be a good place to start because it gives you all of that information in videos as well as through content such as text. And a lot of the videos that we created is literally under 5 minutes. Some we have 1 minute, and then some just ranges. So these are just great videos to start with. For every module, you will see that we have learning objectives. This is a good point to start with too, because it lets you know what you're gonna gain from that module and if it's applicable to what you're looking for. So definitely start with this to kind of give you a guide on how to navigate your way through the module, and then you just hit next. And then as you can see, this is our 1 minute video that I created. It's just basically telling you where can you locate Canvas through Academica. And you can watch this. It also has closed captioning as well. So if you are a person who loves to have on closed captioning, definitely click on that. The next one that we have is Zoom. So Zoom is our platform where we are currently holding this session on, and it's where a lot of probably lectures will be held on virtually. So it's an online conferencing tool that a lot of instructors will use, as well as different departments and offices on campus to kind of get you acquainted with other students and other classmates. So definitely check this out to kind of get some tips and tricks on how to use Zoom. Because Zoom has so many beautiful features that even I'm not aware of just yet. And then the next one is Teams. So Teams is just what some instructors may utilize just to form small groups within your class structure and so forth. But Canvas will be the most that you will use out of all of this, just because your classes will be on that learning platform, and professors submit assignments on there, as well as pre-recorded lecture videos. So definitely click these links if you do want assistance with navigating the different online platforms. Did you want to add anything to that, Angela, or was it?
No, I think we're good to go. So you can move through the next one. And again, I'm going to add the link to self-enroll in the chat. So we may as well do it while we're on here so that you have it added to your Canvas courses and can come back to it later.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. And don't be stingy with the link. If you know other classmates or friends who want to get assistance with online learning, definitely share this link with them so that they can self-enroll too. Sharing is caring. So the next module is Your Learning Mind Online. Again, like I said, you always want to start with the learning objectives that we put together, because it gives you a good sense of what that module is about before jumping into like the videos or any other interactive thing that we have listed for you. So this module is just basically giving you evidence-based study strategies. And I want to say evidence-based because these have been proven to help a lot of students who actually utilize these resources. This is not something that we just kind of put together on the whim. This has been researched and has been proven to be effective. So we touch on ineffective study strategies as well as effective study strategies. And I think it's important to always highlight the two, because you want to know what you're doing incorrectly, and you want to know how to better, I want to say, eliminate that ineffective study strategy and bring on the effective study strategy. And then I think a good thing to highlight with this module is campus resources that we offer. So we know everything is virtual now, but that doesn't mean that our campus resources are just limited to just being on campus. A lot of departments have moved a lot of their events and activities for you to attend through a virtual platform, such as Zoom. So again, a lot of these things will touch on campus resources, how to stay active and get involved while you're attending Wayne State, especially now during the virtual era that we're in. And then just giving you tips and tricks as well, such as study strategies with videos provided. Again, not super long videos, short and to the point. And then also giving you techniques that you can practice. So a lot of our modules incorporate a lot of interactive strategies that you can incorporate into your routine to kind of get you started. So don't think you're just coming here and just getting all of this information. We're not having you actually go about it in an interactive way, because we do want this to be interactive for you. And then the last part of the module is focusing on the online learning aspects. So we're telling you how to prep for online final exams, because taking final exams in class is one thing, but doing it virtually is a whole nother ballpark. So we give you strategies on how, or steps on how to take the final exam by preparing you beforehand, during, and after. So definitely check out this module. And I also want to highlight that we're debunking the myths of online education. So some common misconceptions about online learning. So definitely check out that part of the module too, because there's a lot of misconceptions about online learning. Some people think that they are least effective with it, and some people may have just thinking that their time management may not be as effective as it was if they were to attend it on campus. So definitely check out this module to get all of that lovely information. And then the last part of it is learning online during a pandemic. So this one gets a lot of attention because it's the most applicable right now, for sure, because it gives you tips for online lectures during a pandemic. So if you have any questions about what that looks like, definitely check out that last part of the module. And then I think now we're going to break out into our sessions because we want to make sure that, one, we're getting to know all of you lovely folks who's here, and two, we want to see what you've gathered from just these two modules, and kind of just check in and see how or what you think you will actually go to based off of those two.
So what we're going to do, Sabrina, if you are able to help us break up, do you know if there's a limit? So we didn't necessarily know that we'd have 300 participants, which is amazing. I'm wondering if there's a breakout room limit. Let's try this. This session will be, we only have another 20 minutes for this session. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a breakout room. And in that breakout room, what I'd like you to do is talk with so you'll only have about a minute each because we're going to do about a 5-minute breakout room. Your name, where you're from, and then something you learned in the preview of these first two modules that you want to return to in order to further explore. So if you saw a link that explained more about Canvas and you're like, yeah, I need to check that out, talk a little bit about that. So what is something you saw in the first two modules, the technology basics or the learning effectively online, that you would like to further explore? Sabrina, can we do breakout rooms of 5, please? All right, I'll see you all on the flip side.
We're still here.
We're just awkwardly leaving slowly. It's gonna send you into rooms, I promise. Let's see. Sabrina, you with us? Oh, she is. Okay, cool. You opened all rooms. I don't see anything.
Yeah.
Usually it will pop up on your screen and it'll say you've been invited to.
Yeah, it usually pops up.
Let me try really quick. Nope, yeah, me either.
Or it just pulls you into it.
Sabrina, I think we need to try again. To answer the question in the chat, we take attendance by clicking on the link that Sabrina posted earlier. She can post it again. Yeah, it looks like, I see, I'm confused, not seeing anything. I agree. So we're just trying to get into breakout rooms. And we're seeing if Sabrina can help us. Oh no, she said, okay. So it looks like she's having trouble getting breakout rooms. So let me try to do this. Kalyn, do you know?
I do not, but I think if we can't get it, we can
move on. It's not a problem.
We could definitely, since we have such an active chat, you can kind of just put in the chat if you want.
Yeah.
And we can kind of just say it.
Okay, so let's do this. If you have something in mind that you saw that you want to come back to, let us know, because that also helps us to know what content to build. So if you saw something that looks really interesting to you or something that you think you would like to go back to and learn more about, please, why not take another poll? I like how you're thinking, Nicholas. That's a good idea.
Nicholas is on to something.
Let's relaunch. Well, actually, sorry about the breakout rooms, everyone. I wasn't able to get that feature. That's okay. We're gonna actually move on. I am going to, Zoom wouldn't work with my Wayne State email. Okay. I am going to share my screen, and I'm also in the process going to get off the chat because I'm very interested in what everybody's saying and I keep getting distracted. So As someone who studies how the brain works, I should know better than to be looking at that. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. And you will see the next few months. Give me a thumbs up if you can see my canvas.
I can see
Awesome.
it.
Okay, cool. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to go through the next two modules. So the first two that Kalyn went through were, of course, the basics of using the technology, because clearly we can't learn online if we don't know how to access the information, which is highly important. Then you're learning Mind Online. Another thing that comes with our ability to learn online is our ability to manage our time and space. So in that original poll, a lot of you said that you're concerned about managing your time and space. So I'm going to show you what this module looks like, what's available to you. If you start here in your time and space, Kalyn, are you able to see the objectives here?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I want to make sure sometimes it only shows one window. So the idea here, we want to identify and manage personal distractions which can hinder learning performance. So enlighten me, toss in the chat, what is your biggest distraction learning from home or distance learning? Myself, my bed, TikTok, girls, my bed, chatty cats.
YouTube, internet, food.
Setting, me. Yeah, my phone, my PS4, Minecraft, everything. Hunger, dirt bike. These are pretty varied. Yeah. Yeah. My
everything.
Dog. Yeah. So distractions when we can't be interactive, absolutely. That is a huge distraction.
Mm-hmm.
I very much understand that. Google Chrome. It's just like accessing Google Chrome is really distracting me. It does know everything. So basically, I gotta shut the chat down or I'm just gonna keep giggling at you all. Basically, it's pretty clear that distractions are abundant. One thing I will say though about distractions, give me a thumbs up if you're taking FYS 1010, Learning with the Brain and Mind.
I can't see everyone at once.
I think there are a lot. So you are going to learn a lot about, so I wrote that course and Kalyn helps me coordinate it. And a lot of the information came from this book called The Distracted Mind. And it talks a lot about how the brain actually processes information. I promise I'm not trying to bore you, but there are ways to actually do it all, just not at the same time, and actually enjoy everything that you do. So you can enjoy your dog and your Instagram and Netflix and your dirt bike and whatever else without it impacting your ability to learn course material. So I will stop nerding out on you for just a second. You have enough of that tomorrow when you start FYS 1010. The second thing you want to do is create a study space which allows for focus and learning. Now, let me be clear. I understand that it is not conducive to everyone's home environment. A lot of people have multiple siblings or they live in multi-generational households, and it's tricky to get space. I understand that. So the best space and time that you can create is going to be essential if that is your case. Then also determine a personalized daily schedule conducive to both the home ecosystem, so what's going on in your house, as well as your individual needs. When I say individual needs, I really mean like, if you are aware of your distractions and if they are avoidable, how can you compartmentalize that to make sure that you can enjoy both? You can actually enjoy learning because you're able to focus, and then you can actually enjoy the things that distracted you before. Oh, I'm not sure what that line was. So in the Your Time and Space, those are the objectives. The first area you'll see is campus resources. So give me another thumbs up if you are worried about procrastinating. All right, I just opened the chat and it said I've never had a Pop-Tart before, and I have to tell you guys something. I have not either, but I don't tell people that because they look at me like I'm an alien.
I feel like that's like saying you've never had French fries.
I have.
Or hamburgers.
I don't like them, but I had them. I love hamburgers. Your taste buds hate you. Listen, I'm Italian. I was only allowed salami and bread. I don't even like Pop-Tarts. Brown cinnamon sugar Pop-Tarts though. All right, I'll think about it. Pop-Tart is ravioli. I'm telling my entire family that. All right, no more Pop-Tarts. No more Pop-Tarts. We have to stop with the Pop-Tarts. Oh my gosh, you guys are so fun. Tell me, I saw a lot of yeses on the procrastination thing. So you all are concerned about procrastinating. We have a really awesome resource through the Study Skills Academy. It's called Procrastination Accountability Groups. So you basically are going to meet virtually with other students who are in your situation. And to access that, you would just click right here, or you could go to our website, which we're going to put in the chat later. But you would just click on that right here, and it gives you all the information, when it's happening, how to access it. Boom, super simple. So you end up landing on our Study Skills Academy homepage. So with that, that's just one example of a free resource that you have on campus. But the other things that we have in this module, and I don't want to take too much time, of course, I want you to be able to discover it yourself. But we have different articles posted on managing online courses, or how to stay at home, or excuse me, how to stay focused at home during a pandemic. The other big ones here are the personalizing your productivity scheduling worksheet. You're also going to see that in FYS, how to overcome procrastination, the truth about multitasking. And then we also have a video playlist. So for different videos, it's a hyperlink to a playlist on working from home, so different strategies. So what you'll notice in our modules is that some of our resources that we link to are Wayne State based. So they're programming that, in this case, the Study Skills Academy hosts for you, or you'll notice that they're linked to somewhere else. Sometimes they're linked to another university, or they're linked to a reputable source. We are very cautious about what we link to. So do know that anything that we share here is, you don't have to worry about whether or not it is legit. The last module that I'm going to show you is the Creating Balance Online. This one is a really interesting one. Again, many of you chose the work, school, or home life balance in that poll. Let's look at the learning objectives for this one. So we want to be able to, and I love that so many of you put sleep in the chat when I asked you what was distracting. Describe the importance of sleep as it relates to learning and memory. Our team is pretty much obsessed with sleep. Not because we all love to snooze, which we do, we like to sleep, but we are obsessed because I'm going to tell you something, it's an FYS preview. This will, please make this stick your entire university career. As we learn information, the only way it will consolidate and move to your long-term memory, so it won't just be in your short-term memory, those fleeting memories, the only way that information will move from your short to your long-term memory where you pull it for an exam is when you have deep, low-wave sleep. That is when information is consolidated. That is when memories are prioritized, they're moved. I won't get into where they move from because I told you I'll stop nerding out on you, but trust me on this, you have to sleep. So please prioritize this. You can access and register for the procrastination accountability groups like we talked about, identify personal stressors, and access virtual resources to manage stress. Again, I'm gonna open the chat. It's blinking hard at me, so I don't know what I'm coming into here. Sleep, I thought it was a myth. REM is when short-term memories are converted to long-term. AP Psych, you know, guys. It's REM and non-REM, so it's both. It's very interesting. We should have a talk. Who are you, Amelia? Yes, you wanna come work on our team? I love it. That's awesome. So basically, I want you to drop in the chat if 00. I want you to drop in the chat if you're concerned about stress levels while learning from home. Yes, 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 no, yes, no.
A lot of yeses.
A lot of yeses, huh? Not much, yes. Okay, so I'm also gonna link for you. Actually, Kalyn, do you mind while I keep presenting, do you mind linking this academic stress support groups?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. So Kalyn is gonna put in the chat, we also have another, so we have the procrastination accountability groups, we have one-to-one study skills counseling, and we also have another resource for you, and it is academic stress support groups. So that can really help you get a heads up or a head start on making sure that you are not only managing stress, but also preventing it where it can be prevented. Obviously, not all stress is preventable, and we are still definitely in a global pandemic. So stress needs to be addressed, but also understanding how we can best manage it for our individual needs. The last part of this module that I'll show you is the self-care area. We link to a lot of explanations on how stress impacts your memory and ability to learn information. We also link to different meditation areas. We have this one that is, it's a Harvard relaxation room. Harvard University has this incredible relaxation room where you can click on what type of meditation you want, and it's just there. That way you don't get lost in the YouTube world. All right.